Come around the back and let me out.
What do you mean back?
Yeah.
There's no back. Literally had to open an invisible door because I wrecked the vehicle so many goddamn times on the ride over. But it's okay.
This kid beat you to it.
It's not like
Everything's fine and dandy.
It's not like a file got corrupted last part or anything. What?
No, totally not.
Yeah,
I don't know what
no.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either. With that said,
We're all fine here now. How are you?
with that said, welcome to part 9 of the Lego City Undercover playthrough. Alrighty. So what we just did in the corrupted file, what?
Hey, Chase.
Let's talk about Adam Sandler movies.
In with my cousin Vinny.
So what? Okay, so what we did in the plot, we're technically working undercover for Chen Chuang, but when we were following that quote intruder inside, we discovered some evidence that Chen is actually working for somebody higher up in the criminal world in Lego City called Vinny Papalardo. It's not this guy. This guy's named Mo DeLuca, who happens to be cousins with Vinny. And I believe that's a reference to a movie called My Cousin Vinny. Yeah, do you know what that is?
I do know My Cousin Vinny.
Ah, what is it?
I don't know it all that well. I recognize the name.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what.
it is a crime-related movie, but I
believe
don't
that was on my
remember.
TV earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doesn't take long.
On your, what do you mean by on your TV?
Like, I think it was in one of the guide listings.
Oh, huh. Okay.
Who I don't get on with. So
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if like My Cousin Vinny is based off of like crime mafia boss things, because we're coming into the plot where because the Papalardos are basically we have the Chinese gang, then there's the Italian gang, so we'll be meeting up with the Italian criminal gang members soon. We just have to do a job for them, even though we're not technically hired for them. We're going undercover in Lego City Undercover.
Double undercover.
Double, triple. There are 8 costumes, so it would be Octo, Path Traveler, Octo Undercover. Yeah. So we're gonna deliver these over to Papalardo's ice cream palace and ice cream parlor. I don't know why I said palace. Ice cream parlor, and then we're gonna see. Have any of you guys seen any like crime mafia boss movies like Godfathers or The Sopranos?
Took a delivery truck without permission.
I already started a tab for you after Frank told me about.
I know about Godfather.
Frank actually passed that.
Yeah, me too. I've always heard like.
Well,
I don't know if it's true or not, but based on what I've heard, it sounds really fun, or like really awesome rather, because like everyone puts Godfather and Godfather 2 up on this like high pillar of like quality on the same level as Shakespeare. So I personally like Shakespeare, so I want to see if that's true or not. If I could just sit down and watch the movies sometime or later.
I mean, yes, if you count the badass movies as mafia movies.
Badass?
I've talked about them on this channel before.
Well, could you refresh the audience's memories before?
No.
If anybody's just tuning in for the first time in part 9.
Okay, so there's 3 of them, and the badass movies are about essentially this guy played by Danny Trejo. Who essentially kind of like hunts down whoever the bad guy of the movie is. Traditionally, it's kind of like either some sort of gangster or it's kind of like a mob movie in a way, because he's hunting down like thugs and stuff. Traditionally, when he does this after someone close to him dies and the police refuse to do anything about it.
Huh, okay.
It makes a lot more sense if you actually watch the movie.
Mikey's spoilers.
Check it out. When you get to the Space Center, you can knock down a planet from the ceiling to get a secret item.
Remember what that guy says for future reference.
Well, I mean, his last name is Spoilers, so...
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Look at all the artwork. It's
Are
all
we
Lego.
in Lego Sistine Chapel?
We're somewhere.
We're Lego Michelangelo.
You think I'm funny? Funny how? I'm
Scarface?
Yeah.
I didn't get out of here and unload that truck.
What's Scarface?
Oh, Scarface is a good movie.
Hey,
Yeah.
you must be Chase.
Is that what this is going to parody?
This is supposed to. I don't see the cocaine on the desk.
I'm not.
My little friend.
I mean, I guess you could call like if it is a drug business you're referring to, like I guess Pop Lardo's like quote drug business is ice cream.
He sounds like Joe Pesci.
To the less than legitimate fraternity.
Yeah, he kind of does actually.
He kind of sounds like Joe Pesci.
Oh, okay, so they're doing a Godfather thing with him, I think.
At least with the hair, I think with the line that he just said, "You think I'm funny? Funny how like a clown?" And then he's actually dressed as a clown, which is like a spin on it. I think that line is famous from one of the Mafia Bob movies.
Good luck, JC.
Mafia
Well,
Bob.
I mean, he's got the
God,
suit.
he is such a nice person for a fucking mafia boss.
Yeah. I actually do like Vinny. I think Vinny's like the best character in this game, besides Chase himself. Like Vinny is like a really
I
fun
like how
boss
this
to
is
have.
like a fucking E3. And even though like you're, even though like in other games you're actually able to like
I'll have another thing for the
like
tab
destroy
soon.
other
I'm about
Lego
to break
people.
into a bank.
In this one, all you can do is just fucking like make them into colors.
The Lego City Bank. is downtown.
Yeah.
They never vanish from existence.
You need any
Like they
help
don't even break
getting in?
apart. They
Sure.
just vanish from
Okay,
existence.
right. There's an entrance to the sewer.
Paint the town
Opposite
pink.
the bank.
Whoa.
Kinda.
Sewer. I can't just.
So
walk
yeah,
in the front
what
door.
we just
It's a
delivered
bank,
to
folks.
Vinny's
The
is
only
what's
way
called the
in is
color
via
guns.
ventilation
Very
hatch on
imaginative
top
name.
of
We
it.
could have used
And the only way
paintball
to
guns,
that is via
but
the sewer.
I guess we're not
Do you
firing paint.
expect
We're
a
firing
red carpet?
color.
No.
I guess that's how it works.
It's not
not-
colors.
What? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh man, you just reminded me. Oh yeah, but by the way, Josh, I finished Sonic Colors DS earlier today.
Ah, sick.
Yeah, so get on
Oh,
it.
sick!
I know, right? We're
Time to
gonna
die, Ethan. Time to die.
time to die, right? Yep. Oh man, I wish Ultimate weren't a thing. I saw a meme the other day. Are you guys familiar with the Amazing World of Gumball?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm planning on putting this meme into playthrough as well, because it's funny.
Is it the one where like, oh, we all know where this is going?
Like you guys remember that one episode where like the quality of the episode just kind of got dumber and dumber, and the
Oh
whole
fuck!
world started
The one
glitching
where,
out.
like, they lost money, so just had to like.
Yeah, they had to
What's in
sell
it?
out, and yeah, the entire episode was glitching
Yeah,
out.
wasn't there one like that for like Chowder as well?
Wow, did you take a wrong turn?
Maybe.
I'm kidding.
I remember there's like an episode with Chowder
Yeah?
where they also lost money, so eventually they were just like the voice actors in the voice acting studio with no animation.
Yeah, I remember that episode. No, okay, that episode is really funny.
I've never seen Chowder myself. Oh yeah. I hate
What?
the sewer.
What?
Hope the Lego City discounts.
Yeah, we're in
No,
we're in the sewer
So that
level.
episode of Chowder, as Carlos just said, they lose money in the animation of the episode. They lose money. So what that means is that they have no money for the animation. So then it just cuts to all the voice actors in the recording booth talking to each other as their characters.
Oh, that's funny.
And then they're like, well, I guess we gotta raise money. So then they start a car wash, and it's like this found footage style where they legit have like a TV crew out there recording these guys doing a car wash for people.
So I hope you realize that means they fucking convinced the actors to do that. Which made me wonder how hard it was. Like, did they like were they enthusiastic or were like or iffy about it? That's the question.
I think honestly, I think the writer of the show was just like, hey, I have this really funny joke I want to do, and then he explained
you
it to
in
them,
or
and they were all
not?
like, yes.
Kind of green stuff in it now.
They all just agreed. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to stick with. That they all just immediately said yes.
Are you in or not? Yes.
They say it's as big as you.
Oh, maybe it just seems like super fun that they would do something like that. You know, the best fourth wall breaks ever.
No, because that is something that is just like a one-of-a-kind joke right there. Like, I've never actually seen any other animated show do a joke like that.
Yeah,
or at least take it as far as they did.
Now I'm thinking, because a couple of days ago, Brian, we were talking about like Deadpool and his whole fourth wall breaking thing in the movies.
Yeah, I'm like fucking premiere fourth wall breaker.
Exactly. Now I'm thinking, it's like, what if Deadpool did the thing where it's like, I don't know, our studio is running out of money, and now our quality of the comic book is going to shit, and it's actual toilet paper the ink is printed on or something. Or maybe within the movie, because I remember like one of the trailers for Deadpool 2. I haven't seen the movies myself, but like they forgot to CGI Cable's arm.
Whoa, there's Emerald.
And they still had the green screen, like the green, arm sleeve on him.
Yeah. Did that joke go anywhere?
That was one of my favorite. No, because that's something that Deadpool would do.
Yeah.
What? Like have an unfinished effect for a trailer and then point it out to the audience and be like, hey, that arm needs to be finished. And then do it right then and there.
Did that joke go anywhere within the movie itself?
No, nothing like that ever happened in the movie. And I was so upset because I was like, that would have been so funny.
Maybe, I mean, they could just be funny because of, because of it being a trailer.
Well, yeah, but still, like, here's how far I want them to take the fourth wall breaking abilities of Deadpool, because this is how far the comics would have taken it. Now, Ethan, this is going to sound familiar to you because I'm going to say what I told you and River.
Okay.
Of like what I want. I want them to play like the opening logos, like the Marvel logo, and then do all that, right?
Yeah.
Like I want them to play that. And then I want them to restart the logos again, but this time have the camera slowly zoom out, and then you see that it's another movie theater watching what we just watched. And then you see Deadpool run up the aisle with a large popcorn and a drink, and then he sits in like the middle of the theater, and he's like he's like that one obnoxious moviegoer. The one that always talks and stuff like that, doesn't give a shit about anyone else's feelings.
Can he have that direction of the pirates from the SpongeBob movie? Yes. Can I have that direction?
But, no, here's how you take it a step further, because it's Deadpool. Have someone actually try to be like, hey, you can't, like, stop talking or shut up or like put your phone away or something, and then he just shoots them. Like have some like that's how far I want Deadpool's fourth wall breaking to come in the movies, because that's how far the comics would have taken it.
I see.
That's what I want. That's like my dream scene in a Deadpool film.
You fill the color gun with red. You can use
but as a dream scene,
by shooting any green.
I mean, you never know. They could do something like that. They could have him just appear in a movie theater and watch his own movie.
Maybe, yeah, and it's
never a certainty.
And you're not saying that the other two Deadpool films are bad because they didn't want to do the thing that you wanted them to do.
I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that I really want them to really push that fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, just to really emphasize the directional take that the movies are doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Because also really, I know it's supposed to be like I know that the Marvel films are like trying to like make it a more realistic setting, but Deadpool is literally just a living cartoon character. And I kind of want them to explore that a bit more.
Yeah, and I know we say realistic and like get rid of half the population. Yeah, in the loosest of terms, basically. Yeah.
It's like a little bit of like combining both worlds.
Yeah, and given the multiverse that's gonna happen, it might become canon. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in touch.
So what is going on right now?
Alrighty, so we officially got hired by Vinny Pappalardo, and now we're doing a bank heist for him. So we're here to steal the bell pepper emerald that's being held in the largest vault in the largest bank of Lego City.
Gotcha.
Yes.
You hear that, kids? You don't have to be a criminal. Just go become a cop, go undercover, and then do crime that way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
You'll yeah, by obligation, you'll eventually have to rat out your bosses and lose a source of income. But oh well. Oh shit!
I mean, hey, you get to go meet Lawrence the Matrix Fishburne.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was actually before we went undercover.
I know, but still, you get to meet him if you do this.
Exactly.
If you follow the steps given to you in this tutorial, you will be fine.
Exactly. Undercover cops getting tutorials.
I just imagine it's like loading screen tips. It's like, to catch a criminal, catch him.
Not in there either.
Oh man. To crack a safe open, crack it.
To take notes, write.
To use the
stupid idiot.
To use the grapple gun, fire the grapple gun. Wait, where do we get a grapple gun from?
To jump.
I love the loading screen help tips that say stuff like that.
Honestly.
Yeah. But this is something I want to ask, like, because of the movie things and everything, like, and you guys have seen, like, I'm really talking to Brian and Cameron, like, what movies and slash or TV shows have taken the, like, undercover cop approach to them?
Huh?
Hello?
Oh, now I'm trying to think of undercover cop movies.
White chicks.
White chicks?
Yeah, white chicks.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I believe Beverly Hills Cop.
Actually, I believe so too.
All three, or like four of them, I believe. I believe there was four. I can't remember.
What happens in that one?
I don't remember. It was an Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, 21 and 22 Jump Street?
Yes. There's a lot of, I find it funny that we're able to list off comedy undercover cop films, but we can't think of a single serious one.
I don't think there are many serious ones.
Because serious cop ones, I don't think are as entertaining.
I mean,
they
there's
could.
Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
Like, I think the serious cop format could work as a TV show more than a movie, if that.
Yeah, I could see that, but not as a movie.
Yeah, because that just made me realize you guys listing off all those movies, those do belong in the comedy genre. Yeah. Maybe like, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe like the part of the funny aspect is because they're a fish out of water. They kind of take those kinds of plot lines.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. There it is. The bell pepper emerald.
Ooh, there it is. But yeah.
Man, this looks so, like
he's got the kryptonite.
Now that is a jewel. Whoever's in here, you are breaking the law.
Yes, you did hear that correctly.
What?
We got the Master Emerald, folks. It does look like a Master Emerald, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, Knuckles is gonna be on our case now.
You fucking pissed him off.
And we're not Rouge, so we can't be a possible love interest. Dang it.
Oh man, oh, that's gross actually. You just made me think of that Knuckles and Chase McCain. I hate you.
What happens when plastic meets a kid?
That is your own fault, like, oh my.
It's your brain's fault that you went that way.
I guess so, because it's on the screen here, ladies and gentlemen. But oh man, yeah. You know, Sega even wanted to like explore something. Was that a race car? What the fuck?
I don't know. People drive.
Man, can you live not next to a racetrack?
I'm sorry that I live by a street.
Yeah, I live by a street too, but you don't hear cars going in and out of my microphone.
Listen, okay.
We're listening.
I have a particular set of skills.
Alright, Liam Neeson.
Alright, euphemism,
One of those being that I am Liam Neeson and I was a Jedi.
Was? What are you now?
Liam Neeson was Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. Really? Whoa. I never knew that. Did you know he was also Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins?
Yes, yeah, I actually talked about that. I think
that's okay. That's okay. Brian didn't know that he was actually the father from Fallout 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah, he plays the voice of the character's father.
Father.
Yeah, I haven't played Fallout. I wouldn't know.
That's your own fault.
Yeah, that's your own fault, bro.
What do you mean fault? Like, what is there to be faulted of? What are you talking about?
Get good game, dude. Get good.
What do you mean get good?
Play Dark Souls.
You're missing out on some good games, my dude.
Skill issue.
Oh yeah, Brian, weren't you gonna start like a Dark Souls playthrough?
I was gonna, and then scheduling hit, and I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah, because I remember we discussed this like a while ago and saying, okay, I can give you 4 months off, Brian, and that can give you an opportunity for you to do your Dark Souls thing. And then it never happened.
All right.
It didn't. You're right.
So what happened?
Scheduling.
That's very vague, Brian.
I got too busy. I'm sorry.
That's a jet-powered snowplow, by the way.
I was gonna say.
But the people listen to me? No! And they call this organized crime.
You know, I really want to get my own recording equipment.
Yeah?
Because I really want to record the Batman games.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Ah, writing down. Oh, write that down. Okay, cool. I was actually planning on doing Asylum myself, but I guess somebody else can do that now. Cool.
Yeah, because I actually I have Asylum, City, and Night. The only one I don't have is Origins, but we can skip that one.
Yeah, from what I hear, that's like the bottom of the barrel. I don't know about Night.
It is the bottom of the barrel, and the only reason why is because Rocksteady gave it to a different company so that they could work on Arkham Knight.
Oh, okay. Huh. I see, then.
It was just supposed to be a filler game in between City and Night because they knew it was going to take a long time to get Night the way that they wanted it to be.
I see.
The only thing is that if I actually do record those, if like at some point in the future I actually do end up recording those, I have to remind myself not to skip anything because every time I play a video game, I always skip through everything.
I skip the cutscenes a lot as well.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kind of get used to that. You have to actually like cutscenes play and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why
I always go for a fucking drink whenever I see a cutscene. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm kind of scared of doing another RE4 playthrough because by instinct and how many hours I put into that game, my instinct is to hit the skip button.
Move on already.
Oh man.